you know, I really can't stand, I mean, with a passion, the last administration. I can't stand anything about their last administration with their beliefs, the things they did to tear this country down. And we still have remnants and things left over that would have been accepted in the last administration that aren't accepted here, but it's still, it ain't able to fade off yet.
It's going to be a fight.
So look, two things. I got these two things, and I'm going to show you, and I want to hear what the man of God say with Bishop Wooden, and he was just talking about the party and stuff like that. But look at this stuff, man.
It's going to be a fight.
These are really two short clips, and we're going to go right into the main thing. So,
oh wow!
Look, you see how blasphemy that is? That is extremely blasphemy. It's this person, Lauren Jane Grace.
He or she?
It's they them, whatever that is. Okay. Whatever that is. And then these are the last, and this is the stuff from the last administration. This is the last administration bull crap. And then I got another one, and then we're gonna go into the man of God.
This is horrible. Trash. Is this any profane language? Because you need to put a disclaimer. Make sure you do that in the very beginning.
Well, the first one did have, I'm sorry, discretion. I don't think so. I don't think it.
We can just.
I'll put it on it.
Please don't talk to me about decolonization when you still speaking in the colonizers' language. See you genocide us, then you colonize us. See you sterilize us, and now you fetishize us.
See, this is another one. That's another one I wanted to tell you about. This is another transgender rapper that is talking about being colonized. This is the warped mind thinking from the Democratic Party and the people that are over there. And this person is Peruvian. Colonized who?
But where? Where is the colony specifically only for transgender people? Is it an island over here in the United States? Is a state they have already have identified is only trans people can live in this state? Where is this? And that's what people don't understand. Who believes this, and where is the information factual? And
so I want to go to Bishop Wooden. And this is why, see, those previous clips should be a reason why people should not, if you love God, you should not be of any support. There should not be any support for the Democratic Party. If you love God,
tolerance for that.
If you love God, then you are out of line by supporting that party, because that party used to be about more God and things that wouldn't be blasphemous. Now that part is about disgustism. I just created my own word. But shout out to Bishop Wooden. He said, and this is what he said about Democrats.
Actually in a place where the only way you can be black and stand with your people is to be a Democrat. Now, if that's where we are, we're the dumbest people on the face of the planet. And we're the only people in America who operate that way. Mm-hmm. You can be white and be a Republican or a Democrat. Hispanic and be a Republican or a Democrat. Praise the Lord. Whatever, and be a Republican or a Democrat. But if you're black, the only way you can be an authentic black person is to be a Democrat. That's stupid.
It is stupid. With a capital S.
That's extremely stupid. And I just want to cover this. This is all some of that warped mindset. Just like I showed you the two trans folks in the beginning. This is another warped way of thinking. Like you'd say, because this is absolutely true. This is absolutely true. If you black and you're not a Democrat, anybody else is fine. But for black people, that's that slavery stuff. That's a slave mindset. Oh no! If y'all in
brainwashing,
you're a coon,
control,
you're a coon,
brainwashing,
Jigaboo, Uncle Tom, Sambo, everything. If you are not brainwashed and be Democrat, and then you ask a person, you talk to a person, ask them why, they can't tell you why, and it's going to eventually go into a situation where it's going to go to somebody else say it, or somebody else say it,
yeah,
or my mama say it. Or ridiculous. My family.
Yeah, ridiculous.
But it's all these things. These are the remnants of the bad mindset that come from the left side.
And you know what it means? It means that explains why we spend half the time, or maybe even more, out of power. I've said for years, we need to operate politically, and I want to make this clear. in a way where both parties will compete for our vote. When one party knows that they're going to get your vote no matter what, you get nothing from that party. When another party knows that they're not going to get your vote no matter what, you get nothing from that party. So then you end up in no man's land.
Mm-hmm.
We are not married to the Democrat Party.
Please, amen. At all. Period.
People have a right to choose. And if you choose to be a Democrat, if you choose to be a Republican, if you choose to be independent, as I am, that doesn't make you more black nor less black. It means you're an American participating in the process.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell black people this message. That people that have not done no research and emotionally people that haven't done no research, this is like impossible to talk to this.
I don't talk to those people. If
it's not about you. We're talking about a whole
I know
culture.
that, but I'm just saying still, you can't, exactly. It's impossible, so why even waste your breath? They got to do a deep dive. It's like they have to be dismantled. It's like the whole brain has to be deprogrammed.
We had to be. It's the same
Exactly.
example. We're a living story of that had to be deprogrammed, dismantled, unwound.
Gosh.
We had to completely be rebooted. We had to be up all night one night. We had to be uncomfortable for 2-3 days trying to get our brain together on this new process. That's what people gonna have to go through.
And even longer, just feeling comfortable with, stating and feel. I mean, even though you've been believing this way, you still officially have the mindset of the opposite, political party. If you want to attach it to a party, it's like your lifestyle reflects one way, but you're still just attached to this mindset because it's comfortable.
Very.
In fear of losing people.
Yeah, you don't want to lose nobody.
Child, please, if the car is going off the embankment, are you going to still stay in the car with the person to go down the embankment?
Well, people ain't worried about losing people. The people that are lost in their mind, they think that we lost. Black people that don't support black people and conservatism, don't support Democratic, feel like black people. We're Sambo, Jigaboo, separate, house nigger, all this stuff. That's the mindset. If you don't support what all we support,
I don't understand.
Black people have this thing that we all have to think the same. No. That's what we call slavery. And the ones that were slaved, that thought the same, stayed at the house. The ones that wanted differently took off running.
Exactly. Please.
And God is on our side now. If we want to talk about whose side God is on, it's the Democrats who are pushing same-sex marriage.
That's what I said.
It's the Democrats who are pushing letting children get mutilated.
That's what I said.
Little 8-year-old boys getting turned into girls.
Oh my God,
it's
insane.
the Democrats who are 100% in their platform behind abortion and abortion rights up till the time of birth. If we start talking about whose side God is on, you got to dismiss most of the scripture to be a Democrat.
Yeah, you're right. You have to go the opposite way. You got to believe in all that other crap. You can't really believe the Bible if you're a Democrat.
There are other things. What other things?
Come on.
What's more important than life?
Hello. Come on. Come on.
Trump ain't no good. Yeah, but he signed an executive order to protect Christians.
See?
He's no good, but the polls show that Christianity now has leveled off and is going back on the rise again since he's been in office.
Yep.
Wow. Let's go. I didn't know that.
You just got to do your homework. Now you start talking about whose side God is on.
I think God chose whose side
God
he
is
wants.
on. The question is the question Moses asked. Who's on the Lord's side?
Let's go.
And listen, and we're going to go into this next clip, right? We're going to go into this next clip. It's absolutely right. And then where black people get caught up with Trump, we heard Angela Stanton say it on that clip a minute ago. She said people get caught up in the Central Park 5. But then it's like, okay, y'all getting caught up on that. But then he corrected and he fixed everything 1,000,000 times over with the First Step Act. And so let's go forward.
But there's no perfect person. People make mistakes.
Yeah.
They can always change, and do things different.
Exactly. And so anytime somebody talk about the Central Park 5, I'm sending First Step Act information. And also people been saying, well, the Democratic Party did this for the HBCUs. Well, I just learned differently. I thought that Kamala and Biden did put something to HBCUs to uplift the HBCUs with some money and income to grow those school systems. But look at this, they didn't. I just learned differently today. I thought they did something.
Well, they said Obama did. I don't know about Biden Harris.
No. This
Obama.
Biden Harris, because they
All right,
claimed
guys, I'm back with more.
through their presidential term
That's
that
right.
they had given so much money to the
Howard.
HBCUs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Facts. So I wanted to go see what good old Kamala did for HBCUs because she graduated from one and she really was throwing that AKA stuff all over the place during that campaign. Okay, let's go check. So when I asked online, I'm like, okay, what did Kamala Harris and Biden Harris do during the 4 years that they had the office because they were so productive? So then it told me that she and Biden dedicated $16 billion to HBCUs. I'm like, man, that is a lot of freaking money. So I went ahead and said, I want to know, where is the $16 billion? Okay, so I found an article that explained what the $16 billion was. So 11.4 billion went to the American Rescue Plan. I was like, man, that is a lot. But that doesn't really sound like it's for HBCUs. It sounds very general.
Yeah.
So I went to research, what is the American Rescue Plan? The American Rescue Plan was signed into law by Biden in 2021, and it was designed to enable all Americans to respond to and recover from the impacts of COVID-19. I thought they were saying that went to HBCUs. That doesn't sound like it went to HBCUs. It literally went to just America in general. That's not specific to HBCUs.
Wow.
It literally, what they did was they made this multi-billion-dollar fund, and then it was broken out into a bunch of different grants and challenges where they were just handing out $500 million awards to
who?
32 industry-led workforce training partnerships, and then they gave $1 billion
friends?
to 21 coalitions and
They're
$100 million
friends.
to 51 grantees. Doesn't that sound funky?
I bet you right now, if you go to Payne, we go
They're
back down.
friends.
We go down to Payne College right now in Augusta. You go down to Payne College right now. I bet you it still look like it did. You remember?
These people
Hey,
are giving
Carla
money
was
to
ran
people
down,
who
boy.
are heading these organizations. Come on, they're affiliating in cahoots with them. We already know that they are. I just know that there is some type of. Let me not say no. I feel like. Let me make sure I'm clear. I feel like that they have some type of connection with these people. But why not? Be honest.
Because I think the money that Trump gave to HBCUs went directly to HBCUs. But the money that Biden and Harris dedicated doesn't look like it went to any HBCUs at all. Okay, let's check some more of the money. They have a $2.4 million project called Project Serve that was supposed to be for emergency funds to help HBCUs recover from violent and traumatic events. So then I looked that up because I like to Google stuff. I looked that up, and Project Serve is the department provides short-term support after a traumatic event to affected local educational agencies or institutions of higher education. The grants are intended to provide a limited amount of funds to meet acute needs and restore the learning environment. Nowhere does it mention that this is for HBCUs.
Let's go into your
Nowhere does it say
general,
school
it's
districts.
explicitly
Right.
for or even geared towards HBCUs.
No, ma'am.
So that's the problem that I have with good old Kamala, however y'all say her name. I really could care less. It's not important to me. What is important is do what you say and say what you're going to do. And be very clear about it. And to date, she just looked like a bunch of talk to me. A bunch of talk. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because a lot of you are like, he hasn't done anything for HBCUs. But it looks like he's actually has much more receipts than people you wanted to vote for and the people that you claim love everybody. Because all I see is a grand money laundering scheme. Where is that $17 billion? Because it doesn't look like it got into the hands of any HBCUs. And if an HBCU wants to chime in or tell me hey, I received some of that funding in
Please,
2021,
exactly.
I would love to hear from you because
Right.
Yeah, I just don't see it. And
Wow.
like I said, I would love to know where that money went because it doesn't look like it went to where it was supposed to be. Because the funding that Trump allocated actually went where it was supposed to go. Yeah. Funny.
Right.
And these are the attributes, and these
Wow.
are the things that you get from the Democratic Party. You get a delicious bag of lies.
Ridiculous. Oh, is that the last one?
That's the last one. Delicious bag of lies, storytelling, and you really only get the promotion. Like I'm saying, you only got the really promotion of particular groups and stuff like that. Them the one that got to blow up through their era. But as far as the American people suffered.
How are you
And
gonna
we're still fighting through suffrage, and Trump can't, man, we got to pray that he can get as much as he can done in 4 years financially that Biden tore up.
And the thing is, how are you going to say that you gave all these billions of dollars to colleges and universities, black colleges and universities, and you didn't? I don't understand. Just blatant, flat out lies.
Yeah, just lies.
Just blatant, flat out lies. But I mean, and that's exactly what I said. I feel like whoever is ahead of these organizations that they gave this money to, they know them connected somehow. They have some type of affiliation.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that.
Absolutely.
Now, I don't have any proof because I haven't done any homework. I haven't looked
proof.
at this. So I have to say that's how I think and feel. I feel that.
Real people will call what they see from the Democratic Party bull crap. Real people see the truth, and it's there. And what happens is all the people that don't want to see the truth, they just fade off into the darkness until the next political lie comes out and shucks and jives for your attention and your vote. And then they come out with whatever reason and emotionalism. I hate emotionalistic kind of politics. I hate it. I can't stand it because I see it all the time. And I battle back and forth with people at time about it. I can't stand it.
Yeah, I can't engage in those conversations. I have zero tolerance for stupidity and ignorance. And really for people who have no facts and yet, or they're giving you outdated information. If you're looking up stuff and you're doing research, if you're not looking within a 5-year period, it's really, things change within 5 years. However, there are areas of research where there's not much research about this particular group or thing within this topic. So that may go further back, and that's all you have. So you have to use that. But this situation here, please, if you're doing some research in 5 years, come on. You got to do the track record of a person over a 10-year period should tell you some things about the person. The track record. What has been the track record of this party over a 10-year period? What did Trump do 10 years ago? How was he moving? Even in the business sector. So, yeah. Well, I don't know what to say.
That party is doing this. When you take some saltine cracker and you scrunch up and do this, you crumble it out, and then you smash it on the table, like I did.
Yeah, they're whack. That mindset and ideology and the policies that they want to have put in place is whack.
And anybody that's going up and rapping and talking about colonization, first of all, you look like the colonizer.
Oh my gosh!
That turned yourself to a man.
Please tell me where this colony is. Do y'all put in the comment section if you know of a trans colony? Please tell me where it is.
I think that the person wasn't talking about just the trans. I think they were talking about black people, like almost like they were.
Well, he didn't look black to me.
He didn't.
Doesn't necessarily mean he isn't.
No,
but he didn't look black.
It said it right here on the top. The transgender rapper, which is the first of its kind, has gone viral from releasing a song about colonization and how white people should give their land back while appearing to be white himself. Majority of the comments period against the rapper and against the rapper, his, her, whatever stance.
Well, no. Whatever ethnic group that person is, then...
Somebody said it's trans West. It's Tranye West. Y'all tripping.
I can't. I have zero tolerance, especially for a person. If you have done no research.
These are all the fruit that came
out.
You know them by their fruit. That's all this stuff came out through the Biden administration. None of this stuff would have been popular through the Trump administration if he would have got his other term. But God do stuff in a certain timing. So I believe that it's going to be so much more beneficial that he can come in at the time, because it would have been beneficial 4 years. But now I think this will show you the power of how God is working now. Let me show you what the devil did. Let me show you how I will use this man.
Right. Well, I'm glad. And he said he felt like he was selected by God to do this. And it's obvious how many attempts did they try to take on the man's life. And God still granted him grace and mercy because he knew his heart for people and this mindset that he has for change. Right. So, yeah, I know this has been a longer video, but...
All right, y'all. We'll see you on the next one, man. We appreciate it. Smash that like button.
I love you guys.